only thing that can make my husband losing his job, our whole world being turned upside down any harder, is being real and raw about it with people online, thinking that you're doing the right thing, and then having to read awful commentary about how this is all of my fault. I've spent all our money. I've put all this awful stress on my husband trying to keep up with the Joneses. And that is so far from the truth. My husband was the breadwinner. He made a very large salary, and our lifestyle was based around that number of money coming in every month. Now that we don't know when he will be getting another paycheck or another job, we have drastically shifted our lifestyle to fit my income, which is much smaller.
So there's a valuable lesson here, and no shade on this creator at all, but I think a lot of Americans do the exact same thing, and a lot of people really in general. You live all the way up to that standard of lifestyle. You basically, whoever makes the most amount of money, or really combined incomes or whatever, you combine both of those incomes in order to live to that standard. You have the latest car, the newest car, drive a G-Wagon, you'll drive a Mercedes, and you'll drive all of these things and do all of these things and structure your life around that higher income. And then if and when the final day comes that you no longer have that income, you're screwed. So my suggestion, take it with a grain of salt if you want to, but it's worked really well for my wife and I, is we live to the lowest income in the household. Whoever makes the least. So whoever makes the least, that's what we live to. That's what we cover our mortgage with. It's what we cover any payments with, and we have no debt. We worked on no debt, and then cool, just the mortgage. Mortgage will be gone. Once the mortgage gone, it's whatever we live off of is what our base level is. Food, groceries, insurance, that's what you live off of. The other person that is making income, if you have a 2-income household, other person, you are banking that money, every cent, right? Or as much as humanly possible. So, of course, you splurge every now and then, right? You'll take the kids to Disney or something. You're like, hey, we got this extra cash, cool, we'll do that. But for the most part, 90% of the money that anyone makes that makes the most, that money is being banked. 401k, Roth IRAs, high yield savings accounts, emergency funds, like money's just banked. Investments, it's the best way to do it so that we avoid these type of situations, because my guess is these situations happen way more often than people let on, and they just continue to try to live up to the Joneses and further and further get into debt with credit card debt. Just my suggestion, don't live that way.